Okay, so very good afternoon, ma'am. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. I'm doing great, sir. Thank you so much for asking. What about you, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I'm doing fantabulous and enjoying my life, trying to add some value in my overall personality. Thanks for your concern.
Okay. So,
And as this is the first time I'm talking to you, I want you to introduce yourself to my viewers so they would aware of your basic information.
yeah, sure, sir. I would love to introduce myself. My name is Neha Mehra. Originally, I am from Madhya Pradesh, but I am connecting to you from Ahmedabad as my husband is working here. And I'm a homemaker and I'm blessed with one daughter. I have completed graduation, that is BTech from IT. And if I talk about my hobbies, I love watching TV, cooking, reading books, and nowadays I enjoy watching conversational videos and English podcasts. And my life goes around watching English contents only nowadays. So that's all about me, sir.
Wow, that's really amazing. And you won't believe, like, just because of this, the statement you have mentioned that my life is being around like watching English content. I remember that Amitabh Bachchan's dialogue that I walk English, I talk English, I eat English, I
Yes, sir.
English is everywhere, even though
Nowadays, sir,
dreaming in
I
English.
feel like yes, I feel like everything doing in English.
Wow, that's really great. This is how that you can create English speaking environment around you, and that's how you'd be able to learn this language naturally in a very organic manner. That's really great. Anyway, so let me introduce myself quickly. So my name is Shiv. I basically hail from Uttarakhand, and by profession, I'm a government employee. As far as my academic qualification concerned, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm planning to pursue my master in economics. Actually, this is my final year. And moreover, I do teach English to beginners and intermediate speakers through different online applications, and I run my own YouTube channel where I'm uploading English spoken content. That's all from my side.
Okay, sir, nice to hear about you. Sir, may I know that where do you work, in which department that you are working in? You are serving as a government employee, so in which department are you working?
Well, ma'am, I'm working as a clerk in forest department.
All right. And sir, what is
Yeah.
your native language, sir?
Native language is Hindi, as I'm from India. My
Okay,
nationality is Indian. And my regional language, as I'm from Uttarakhand, so that is Gadwali.
okay, sir. And sir, do
Yeah.
you teach in different on different platforms, like you have mentioned that you teach on different platforms?
Yes, I do teach English on different platforms as an unofficial English trainer, which simply means that I do create my own panels, own session where I teach some advanced vocabularies, idioms, phrasal verbs, and people they have any question and queries regarding spoken English. So I'm trying to answer those questions so that they would be benefited by the answers I have been giving to them.
All right, sir. So, sir, you
Yeah.
are nowadays you are multitasker, sir. So, how do you manage, sir, all the things like? I want to know, sir,
Uh,
because I am also homemaker, so sometimes it would be so difficult to me to manage all the things. So, I just want to know your time management skills.
Well, art of time management. Very easy to say and that much difficult to implement on ground. That's what I can say. But still, there is another statement. If you have need, so you can find seed. And necessity is the mother of all inventions. And third one is nothing is impossible in this whole world. In fact, impossible itself says that I am possible. So, in short, I would say if you have a big goal in your life, if you are on a mission, if you are ambitious, you have some dreams in your eyes, and you want to achieve those dreams, you have to sacrifice. You have to compromise with so many stuff that you haven't before. And this is how you can achieve what exactly you want to achieve. So I'm trying my best in order to make a balance between my professional, academic, and personal life. And somehow, to some extent, I got success as well. But yes, sometimes I do face problem. But again, I'm saying that you need to sacrifice a lot of things. You need to sacrifice your rest time. You need to sacrifice your some wants. You need to sacrifice your enjoyment. You need to sacrifice when you are going to hang up with your friends and so many other stuff. Then only you would be able to make a balance. Otherwise, all the time, if you are going to surround with all of your luxurious stuff around you, that's not going to work. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So, sir, what is your particular goal?
Nothing special. I just want to become a proficient speaker of English. I want to speak English as I can speak in my own native language, Hindi, like effortlessly, comfortably, so naturally, in a very smooth way that I should not think much about the words I need to use. I should not make any mistake and I should not be stuck at any point. And when I'm speaking, people can understand me so clearly and in a very simple way. So this kind of level I'm expecting from my side, and that's what I'm trying for.
All right, but sir, you already have achieved a lot. I think you already achieved that proficiency. I can clearly see. And sir, just tell me, sir, what strategies do you follow? Because I also want to be proficient in this language, and I really want to know about your strategies. That how did you achieve this much fluency? Like you are sounds like a native speaker, so sir, give me some tips.
Well, first of all, thanks for your kind words, the gratitude you have shown towards me. And secondly, you speak so well. You speak with full calmness. You don't rush behind the words and sentences. You're not even making a single mistake related to grammar. Everything is up to the mark. Yes, still, I would say not only you, but also me and everyone. There is always a space for improvement. There is always room for adding something in your overall personality. Learning itself is a never ending process, which simply means no one can make this disclaimer that I am perfect, I'm complete, I'm specialized and I have expertise on this particular skill. No, that's not possible. Second thing, talking about my strategies that I'm following to become a proficient speaker is something I usually has spoken in my many videos. So first of all, we need to understand one very simple concept about this language that learning a language is not about the game of a language. It's all about learning a culture, which means you need to change your personality a little bit, only for the sake of acquiring this language. Not completely, but partially. What does it mean? It simply means you have to get exposure of this language. You have to connect yourself with this language. The more you will immerse yourself with this language will comes to you naturally. Then you don't need to force yourself. Because I've seen people are taking burden in order to learn this language. They are not enjoying. And I'm telling you honestly, the work which you don't enjoy, you can't do it in the way as you are expecting from your side. So first of all, we need to keep patience. We need to enjoy our learning. We have to fall in love with this language. Like if this is my soul, this is my body, and this is English. I need to make a great collaboration of all this stuff. The moment I would merge all these things, I would able to express my thoughts as I'm expecting from a side. Now, second thing is that I hope you have experienced this. We co-learners, beginners, and English learners are like have been asking so many questions to different trainers, proficient speakers, mentors. Yet how can I improve my spoken English? And after getting some good piece of advice, some tips and tricks, what exactly we are doing? We are just doing procrastination. We have been procrastinating the things. We are not implementing those stuff on ground. So no matter how much qualified you are, how many degrees you have, how much experience do you have, until unless you would not turn theoretical knowledge into practical one, everything is nothing but more than a garbage, right? Now, next one is learning a language is not a game of one night. It's not a 2020 match. It takes some time. So you have to allow yourself to keep patience, and you need to ask yourself, like, do you have any powerful reason to learn this language or not? Because that single powerful reason will motivate you, guide you, and direct you. And you need to start creating a surrounding of English around you. Like whenever you're talking to your parents, your kids, your friends, try to talk in English as much as possible. If you are going somewhere, if you can see any poster, any chart, just start describing it in English. If you're working at your home, just use your earbuds and start listening some English podcast, right? If you are going to your bed to hit the sack at night, before that, why don't you read at least one page and write the work which you have done throughout the day, since morning till night, right? And more or less, I would say we need to train our brain. I'm telling you very honestly, whatever I'm speaking, or whomsoever you have listened who speak in English, you can easily understand them. Am I right? But you can't speak like them. You wanted to speak like them, but you can't. Reason? English is in our heart, is in our brain, but not in our tongue. That's the problem. We need to cover this gap, tongue to brain, this gap. And how can we cover this gap? When we will start speaking, all right? So the more you'll speak, the sooner you are going to master this language. And you're coming back to making mistakes, being judged by people, and being underconfident, hesitation, shyness. All these hurdles are always there, not only in front of you, but also those who have learned this language. They also have faced the same situation, same circumstances as we are facing at this stage. They are not born with this language, right? And everyone make mistakes, teachers make mistakes, native speakers make mistakes. So we should not afraid of making mistake. So in nutshell, I would say be determined, be passionate, be crazy and mad, and just develop enthusiasm in your within you that will give you a spark, ignite you, and trigger your soul in such a way that you yourself will get ready to do every single thing, whatever you can do in order to get good hold and command on this language. So that's all I can say.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. That's really wonderful tips, sir. But sir, the thing is that we don't have any environment surrounding us. Like we have been living in India, and there are many people those are not comfortable in English, they are comfortable in native language. Like if I talk about me, then I'm also comfortable in my native language. So yes, you are right that I sometimes I procrastinate speaking in English, and cause I think that if the opposite person, if he is not able to understand English, then why I talk with him in English? Cause if I talk about my husband, he is able to understand English, but sometimes he deny me. Why are you talking all time in English? You need to you need to talk in Hindi so that I can understand what you are trying to say. So, and if in case of my daughter also, sometimes I want to talk with her in English, but she is unable to understand in English. So ultimately, I need to speak in Hindi. So, sir, how to create an environment so I can speak English with anyone?
Well, I'm a bit surprised, at the same time, wonder that how could you say this that you don't have any environment where you can speak English, because we are in 2024, and in this modern era, we do have plenty of resources that we can use in order to cultivate an English speaking environment for ourselves. For example, you have your own smartphone. Right now, you're all talking to me and you're talking to me in English only. See, so after that, you can use some online applications where you can talk with different co-learners who are at the same level as you are right now. And you will feel so comfortable when you'll start talking to them, and you were able to learn so many things for them. Third, who said all the time like talking and speaking will make you a fluent speaker? No. Understand this basic concept of language. There are two things. One, input, another one is output. Now, in English, we do have only four modules: L, R, W, S: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Correct? So, listening and reading, it works as a input. It allows you to consume information, data, right? Content which you want to speak. Now, speaking and writing is your output of this input. Whatever you have consumed, now it's time to produce. And your brain, your hard work, is a processor who is processing all this content, right? So it's not like you have to speak all the time. No, that's fine. You have to make an equal balance between listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Most of the time, people have this hallucination in their mind that why should I write? I don't want to improve my writing. I'm not more conscious about my grammar. Fine, but just understand the psychology and mechanism of this language. When you write, before write, you think first for a moment, right? That what you are going to write. You frame some sentences in your mind that I would start from this only, and then you start writing. And when you speak something, I'm not saying too much, but at least for a while you think first what I'm about to speak. What shall I speak? Someone is asking question to me, and I'm preparing answer for him. So I'm just thinking English. So this is the common thing between writing and speaking. And what is that? Thinking English. You are thinking English. And the one who is engaging himself into thinking English can easily speak English in a very natural way, right? So you can talk to yourself, go for mirror practice. If you are more comfortable, install different online applications. If you want to gain your confidence and you want to see the exposure, here you can have an opportunity to just connect with someone in a video call, right? These days, podcasts are there, audiobooks are there, Netflix, Amazon Prime. There are so many sources from where you can learn English. And honestly speaking, if you have any specific problem related to grammar, pronunciation, or anything, just type on Google and you can search about it. So that's all.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And sir, I want to know that, sir, whenever I watch my recorded videos, then, sir, I find my voice is not that much clear. Yes, sir, I have a lot of MTI issues. So, sir, how to remove MTI issue and I sound like native speaker like you? Not like native speaker, but at least I can be understandable to everyone.
Not sure what you felt about your own voice, but as per as my little experience concern about your voice, it is as clear like water. I can easily understand you. And as far as my knowledge concern, I couldn't find any MTI in your spoken English. Yes, one thing that I can see that is a bit monotonous. Like when you speak in a very flat tone, in a very parallel rate of speech. If you add a bit intonation or if you add a bit of voice modulation, as I'm doing, see, I'm saying I'm doing, right? So it's not about accent, it's all about the content, the information, the sentence which you want to emphasize, you want to highlight, right? So I'm giving a bit stress on that particular sentence and word as well, according to my feasibility. If you'll do this, I'm sure you can rock on the stage and you are already a very good speaker. So don't just calculate this kind of stuff in your mind and do this kind of stuff. Just try to engage yourself in some role plays. Do one thing you can engage yourself into shadowing technique. Whenever you are watching any podcast like BBC podcast and there are two native speakers are talking with each other, just try to imitate them. For example, if one is saying, "Hello, how are you?" So before the second guy answer that question, you have to answer quickly. I'm doing great. And now listen to him how he has answered, and just make a comparison, and then find where are you lacking. I'm not asking you to learn their accent. What I'm asking to you, the way they speak, right? The stress they have, the intonation, right? So that's all you can do.
All right, sir. And sir, when I watch sir English news channel, so sometimes it would be so difficult to understand what they are speaking because they speak in a very speed way. So sometimes I need to read subtitles because I'm unable to understand, sir. Their speed is so high. So what? How to overcome with this problem, sir?
Well, I would say the problem itself is a solution for this. If you are not able to understand those news because of the speed, all you can do one thing, just try to watch some videos of native speakers, watch some web series, try to understand them. In fact, BBC News, okay, you can find so many videos, or in fact, BBC News channel as well on YouTube. Try to watch that. Watch continuously. I'm not saying that one day, 2 day, 1 week, 1 month. I can't take guarantee of time because it depends on your understanding patterns. Every single person has his own unique pattern to acquire something, to grab something. Some of us are so fast learner. So once someone has said something, after listening to him, they can easily store that information in their mind for long term. Sometimes use imagination. Okay. Some people use visualization. When they watch something, then they can remember things for long time. So in your case, I'm not sure what is your pattern. I think you better know that. But still, whatever pattern you have, I want you to keep doing that, right? Because this is the only way that you can understand them. And otherwise, I've told you that you can just watch some videos of native speakers and try to understand them. And there you have opportunity to pause and then play again. Pause and play again. So then you would able to understand that how they speak. Because most of the time when they speak fast, just they use connected English. For example, we say, I am a boy, but they don't say, I am a boy. They don't have that much resistance in their tonality, in their accent, and the voice as well. They speak fast. How they speak? I'm a boy. I'm a boy, right? And I'm saying, I am a boy. I am a boy. They don't say that I'm a boy. So they connected the sound of I am in one sound just because it's called, I guess, assimilation, and just because of this assimilation, they are not like understandable to us that much. But if you do it continuously, you would able to understand them very clearly.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And sir, how long it take you to become fluent?
Well, I do consider myself as a learner. Still, I'm a learner. I am making a lot of mistake. I am not sure whether you have observed or not, but I'm acquainted with those because I knew very well where I can make mistake and where I'm making mistake. I have been trying myself to correct myself to work upon my mistake, but that's because I took English as a language, not subject, so I haven't studied in a systematic manner, right? So that's why I'm facing some problem, but that's totally fine. As far as I'm understandable to people, it's completely okay for me. So no one can take guarantee of time, right? I want you to just become a free bird. Just fly. Don't even think about the limit of boundaries. You should not bound yourself. You should not limit yourself that I have to learn within 1 month, within two, unless you don't have any urgency and you don't have any examination or something that you are preparing for. I want you to give complete time to you, right? That's what I'm saying. Now, be hungry, don't be in hurry, right? So that's it. So do you
Okay,
have
sir.
any more
And sir,
questions?
my last yes, sir. My last
Mhm.
question is that, sir, should I use any tongue twister exercise like tongue twister exercises there?
It depends on you. If you want to improve your pronunciation and you want to neutralize your MTI, if you think like it is there, because I can't see that, but if you think like it is there, so yes, you can go for tongue twisters. And tongue twisters are really helpful for those people who are having the problem that they can't even make the difference between sir and sure, j and the, right? Wa and ra. So if you want to practice with those, that's really good. You can go for it. But still, I would suggest you to go for shadowing technique altogether.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. You have solved all my puzzles. And thank you so much, sir, for giving me your precious time. Yes, sir.
Most welcome,
Actually,
ma'am.
all right. No, sir,
Yeah, you
it's
were
all
saying
right,
something.
sir. No, sir. Actually, we are running short of time, and almost you have solved all my puzzles. And definitely next time, if I want to ask anything, then I will connect with you next time.
Sure. I would be more than happy if you give me a chance, like we can have another conversation. And I've enjoyed this conversation as well a lot. It was a really fruitful and productive conversation with us. And thanks for giving your precious time. So keep talking, keep learning, and keep shining. Wish you all the best. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.